Today on the Philly Talk podcast, the Eagles offense will be more potent in 2023. The connection from Jalen Hurts to A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith is next level. Myles Jack decided to up and retire from the NFL to be a plumber, and Jalen Hurts on the cover of Sport Illustrated, and he also got his own Hulu commercial.
This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike. Talking Sixers in the bird gang, that's I like. Competition, we ain't scared, yeah, that's what we like. Win or lose, you know we showing up and we gon' fight. You see we strive for the sky every day that go by. And every single week we screaming fly, Eagles fly. This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike, yeah. This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike, yeah.
What is going on, everybody? I go by Philly Mike, and this is the Philly Talk podcast. And today we got a lot to get into. But before we do that, Eagle Nation, can I ask y'all a question? Help your boy out. Hit that like button, subscribe if you are new, and ding that bell. That way you're notified when we drop these videos, go live, or put out YouTube shorts. And it is official. This is just the beginning. Air Hurt Shirts is live on the Print Champs website. If you want to grab yours, click the link in the description, or you can find it pinned in the comment section to the top. Once you get into the link, scroll all the way down to the bottom, and you'll see this is just the beginning. Air Hurts. We got the thick tees and the regular tee. You click the regular tee, and you can switch if you want thick or regular. Pick yours up. I know a lot of people have been DMing me on Twitter and IG. I don't really be on IG, so come to Twitter, but they're finally released. Staying on the topic of Jalen Hurts, and this is just the beginning. He was in Sports Illustrated previewing the whole 2023 season, but the article on him was amazing. You got to read it. Here's some of my highlights. Hurts told the training staff in Chicago that he broke his collarbone. He really thought he was hurt that bad and still played. Jeffrey Lurie is quoted in there as saying before the 2020 NFL draft, the Eagles were obsessed with Jalen. I like that quote. This is the quote he had after the Super Bowl loss. Jalen Hurts went into the locker room and insisted that he was to blame for the loss, assumedly in regards to the fumble. An Eagles staffer approached him like, bro, you're a big reason we got here, and you're a big reason we're going to get back here, and we're going to finish this thing. Hurts responded, you're bleeping right. So again, Hurts is able to take the loss upon himself. That fumble was big, but his play was bigger. So we not even losing the Super Bowl by 3 if we have a different quarterback. 4 total touchdowns. His legs were involved. His arm was involved. 350 total yards. You can't make it up. Air Hurts was in full effect in the Super Bowl, and I can't wait to see him respond. We seen the phone, right? It wasn't supposed to be captured, but it was during a talent show. It's him walking into confetti, losing. That's motivation. And in camp, he's been getting a lot better. I'm telling you, this offense is growing to new heights. Shout out to the New Heights podcast with Jason Kelsey. I mean, yesterday was one of the best days. There's been a lot of days where both Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown look like they can't be guarded. And it's due to where Jalen Hurts puts the football. I mean, you can have great coverage here. James Bradbury on his hip pocket, but if Jalen Hurts puts it only where his receiver can get it, it's food for whoever's guarding both A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith. This is year 2 as the wide receiver duo, right? They get comfortable with each other. They know plays that are favorable for A.J. Brown, plays that are favorable for Jalen Hurts and Devontae Smith, but they can both run the full route tree. It's going to be harder in 2023 for DBs to guard them for the simple fact that you're going to still have to watch Dallas Goedert. We have a new element in DeAndre Swift out of the backfield, and the Eagles have not been shy with him, motioning him everywhere, including Kenneth Gainwell. This offense with Jalen Hurts is going to be better, and this was a top 2, top 3 offense overall last year. While we sat him in the fourth quarter and had him miss 2 games with Minshew in there, right? I saw somebody tweet today, the whole Justin Fields thing is crazy. James Jones really said on TV that Jalen Hurts does not have a throw that makes you say, sheesh, what a throw. Huh? He's saying Fields has a bunch of, did you see that throw? But Jalen don't. Just look at his Super Bowl highlights. It's throw after throw after throw. I hate when people just get on there to talk. This doesn't make sense. Now let's get to Myles Jack, because him retiring surprised me, to say the least. I was busy yesterday with the kids at the pool. But think about this. Christian Elliss is having an amazing camp. Zach Cunningham, since being in the Eagles uniform, has been getting more reps than Myles Jack. And he's been showing with the reps he got that he deserves more. Not saying Myles Jack actually played bad, but the Eagles putting him in the fourth quarter was something to talk about. Zach Cunningham making the most of his reps is something to talk about. So when you look at Christian Elliss doing what he's doing, Zach Cunningham looking like he's still got a lot more gas left in the tank. He just got to stay healthy. And then Nicholas Morrow still finding a spot, being a guy who's being quick to the ball in the preseason games. Not so much in camp, but the preseason games makes me think Myles Jack was like, I got no opportunity here. Let me go on and retire, because he did say he wanted to be a plumber, and he did make a lot of money. So shout out to him. But again, watching Christian Elliss and Zach Cunningham as a tandem, separate, you can see Christian Elliss, look at this, takes the block and makes the tackle. That's how you want to take on a guy, get him out the way and finish. And then when you see the aggressive nature of Christian Elliss, they try to attack it. He starts to run up. They're going to leak out the running back. He says, not on my watch. And look at Zach Cunningham. You can barely see him on the screen, but he's getting good pressure. I think Zach Cunningham was the guy who forced that pass to come out, and Christian Elliss cleaned it up. The duo looked nice together, but I did like some of the plays where it was Zach Cunningham and Nakobe Dean, who we all know is going to be the feature linebacker on this team. He's the feature linebacker on this team. It's who plays better next to him. Is it Christian Elliss? Is it Zach Cunningham? Could be Nicholas Morrow. Who knows if they rotate a little bit? But Nakobe Dean played his best on that one drive. And I'm not going to lie, Zach Cunningham was next to him. Again, this forced fumble has nothing to do with Zach Cunningham. It's all Nakobe Dean. But it's interesting that the Eagles really never put Myles Jack in before the first half was over. The deeper the preseason game is, and you're coming in, the farther down you're on the depth chart. That's why shout out to Sidney Brown for coming in the first preseason game in the fourth quarter. Guess when he came into the second? In the second and third. Myles Jack continued to get fourth quarter reps. Maybe it was like, dang, I'm on the back end of this depth chart. Plumbing sounds real good right now. Let me skip on out of here. And shout out to him. If you don't really want to be here, we don't want you here. This is the running back season for a reason. We can't have no slackers. Now, it's going to be interesting if Nolan Smith plays in this Colts game on Thursday. The Colts are coming to town tomorrow. So their first joint practice is tomorrow. Eagles and Colts. Nolan Smith didn't practice yesterday due to the injury. He said it's precautionary. We'll see how much of a precautionary it is. However, if you don't play Nolan Smith, then it is what it is at this point. As much as I want to see him, as much as I love the flashes, I'm more concerned about his health. He said it was precautionary, but the Eagles have been low-key cautionary under the Nick Sirianni regime. Like, if you are nicked up a little bit, you don't play. If you're important to the team, you don't play. Look what they did with Jalen Carter so far. Look how much any of the starters played. Barely any. You get your reps in joint practice. You don't play in the preseason. Maybe he'll get some reps in joint practice. I don't know. But take it easy on anybody of importance. And I believe Nolan Smith is going to be a big part of this defense after he gets, his NFL feet under him. You see the attitude, the flashes, they're there. Now, I'm thinking not so much in joint practice. You let the ones get joint practice, let the growth of A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, and Jalen Hurts all together keep going, right? Let us chew up the Colts secondary, blah, blah, blah. But in the preseason game on Thursday, I think we got to see more Tanner McKee, right? He hasn't came in until the third quarter. I would like to see Tanner McKee get reps in the second quarter, right? Listen, no favoriting. Let Tanner McKee start and let Marcus Mariota come in the third quarter, right? Give him an opportunity to go against more of the first team or at least a better defense and prove that what he did in Baltimore and what he did in Cleveland is not just a fluke. Just because you give him the reps to start the game don't mean he's your QB2, but let him have the opportunity to earn it, right? It's a preseason game. It's not going to hurt anybody if Mariota gets them snaps or if Tanner McKee gets some snaps because you can further do things in practice throughout the regular season, bouncing them first and second or second and third. But I think Tanner McKee proved to at least warrant more PT, earlier PT in the preseason game. It's going to be interesting to see how much a guy like Sidney Brown plays, who looks like he's moving up the depth chart by preseason and joint practice notes. But how high did he really move? Again, the whole Terrell Edmunds saga is weird to me because I feel like the Eagles don't want to say he's the guy, but I think he is going to be the guy come week 1. I'm a big believer in Sidney Brown. I love his tenacity, his energy, the way he flies there. But I just think with Reed Blankenship really flying around, looking like the guy who can play post safety, Terrell Edmunds does offer you something in the box. Wait, Kavon Wallace. So, as much as I say Terrell Edmunds, it's going to be interesting. I said it. I want to stick with it. I think that Terrell Edmunds has been like the lost man in this defense as it pertains to the safety position. I seen what he did for 5 years in Pittsburgh, right? Don't go overlooked. I think he would be a nice weapon for Sean Desai because we heard safety blitzes have happened in joint practice and practice. Sidney Brown got a sack. I don't know. There was another safety who got a sack. I'm not sure if it was Terrell Edmunds or Justin Evans, but it's going to be interesting to see where that whole thing falls to, right? I've been saying Reed Blankenship, Terrell Edmunds. So I don't want to go back on my word, but if Sidney Brown or Kavon Wallace get it, well, kudos to them. And Terrell Edmunds, you were not who I thought you were if you don't become the starter come week 1. But if anybody's going to take the job, the hunger of Sidney Brown. I'm not poo-pooing anything Kavon Wallace has done, but it took him this long to get recognized. He's been in the league now a couple years. Sidney Brown is trying to be recognized as a rookie, and that speaks volumes to me. Being recognized as a rookie compared to being recognized as a third or fourth year man. I'm not saying it's worthless, so shout out to Kavon Wallace for putting in the work. But just like Myles Jack, he sat there, he came here, he thought he was going to be the guy, said, dang, Christian Elliss, Nicholas Morrow, the guy who came in the same time as me, Zach Cunningham, they're all getting more PT. They're making tackles. I can't climb up the depth chart. And that course for plumbing, shoot, the course is going to run out at the end of August. I got to make my decision. Let me become a plumber. My man was pressed on time and took the plumber course, ending in August. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section, Eagle Nation. I go by Philly Mike. This is the Philly Talk Podcast. Drop the muscle emoji if you made it to the 13-minute and 42-second mark. Joint practice starts tomorrow. It just broke on my screen right now. The Colts are letting Jonathan Taylor seek a trade. I don't think the Eagles need a running back. I wouldn't trade for him because they did say, across my thing, tweeted by Adam Schefter and Ian Rappaport, that the compensation needs to be heavy. But guess what? Jonathan Taylor probably knows the reputation of Philly. So while he's at joint practice, he's probably going to be whispering in the ear like, yo, you think y'all could trade for me? Yo, y'all think y'all want to trade for me? Psst, psst, Howie, you think you want to trade for me? Because they're coming to Philly. We're hosting them. So if Howie's on the field, Jonathan Taylor's all stretching over there like, hey, Howie, how you doing? We're good. We're good. Jonathan Taylor is a great running back. But we got a great dynamic already. And we're still curious who's going to be RB1. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. I said that already. I'm going to repeat myself. Don't forget to get your Air Hurt shirts. They're not going to sell out. They're not going to sell out because print champs, they keep going. However, the earlier you get it, the quicker you get it before he has a laundry list of shirts to get out. We will be doing an Air Hurts hat. That's in the progress. The Kelly Green will be coming. But I'm telling you, this black one, I already got mine on the way. Let me know if I say let me know your thoughts again, then let me just end this video. We out. Peace.